North Korea accuses the United States and South Korea of carrying out a cyber attack against its official websites. A number of official North Korean websites, including the Korean Central News Agency, or KCNA, the daily Rodong Sinmun newspaper, and Air Koryo airline were inaccessible early Wednesday. KCNA says, quote, "Internet servers operated by our republic have come under daily cyber attacks, which are persistent and intensive." The website says the problem coincides with an ongoing South Korea-U.S. joint military drill. KCNA says the attack was, quote, "a cowardly and despicable act motivated by fear." Military tensions in the Korean peninsula have escalated dramatically since the North conducted its third nuclear test last month. Pyongyang responds to the subsequent UN sanctions and joint military exercise with threats of all-out war backed by nuclear weapons. There's no immediate response from the South Korean government to the accusations of its involvement. Well, let's now look at Rappler's Wrap for today, a list of the 10 most important events around the world you shouldn't miss. At number 6, U.S. federal authorities charge a Reuters social media editor with conspiring with hacktivist group Anonymous. Matthew Keyes faces up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. Authorities say Keyes gave Anonymous members login credentials in 2010, allowing a hacker to alter an online version of a Los Angeles Times news story. At number 7, European scientists on Thursday say new data, quote, "strongly indicates a subatomic particle discovered in 2012 is the elusive Higgs boson, or God's particle." The Higgs boson is believed to explain why matter has mass. The European Organization for Nuclear Research says analysis of two characteristics aligns with theories the discovery is a Higgs. Finding the Higgs would fill a massive gap in the standard model, which describes the forces that make up the universe. And at number 8, H&M, the world's second largest fashion retailer, is looking to partner with Asian suppliers to produce sustainable cotton for use in their garments. Major brands participate in the Better Cotton Initiative, which will teach cotton farmers to farm cotton with less pesticides and water. H&M's global sustainability manager says Asia is important for the company's production and consumers. For the full top 10, visit Rappler.com's The Wrap. After 2 video teasers and massive online marketing, Samsung finally unveils its latest flagship smartphone, the Galaxy S4. Josh Villanueva files this video blog.
From Radio City Music Hall in New York City, I'm Michael Josh, and in my hands is the newly released Samsung Galaxy S4. What pops up is the new vibrant screen. It's a 5-inch screen, one of the first few phones in the whole world that has a 1080p full HD display. This device comes in 2 variants, one with an octa-core processor, 1.6 gigahertz octa-core processor, and another with a 1.9 gigahertz Qualcomm Snapdragon processor. If you look in front, that's a 2 megapixel camera, and in the back, a 13 megapixel camera. Their new 2-cam view, it's called dual shot mode, and you can shoot videos and or photos using both your front-facing camera and the main camera at the same time. Samsung really is branding this phone as a life companion, a phone that you can go through life with, and it's focusing on 4 different areas. One is fun, second is creating relationships, next is being able to do life's tasks, and then last is health and wellness. Now this is probably one of the most exciting features. They call it hover. Without touching the device, it'll give me the last 3 available articles. So I can just hover, pick an article like this one on the Samsung Galaxy S4 and jump to it. Gestures also work with the browser. So for example, let's go to Rappler.com. You can now scroll up and down using hand gestures, probably with a little bit of getting used to. These gestures will come in really handy. Now, while there wasn't anything really groundbreaking about the phone, in fact, if you look at its design, it's pretty much like its predecessor, the Samsung Galaxy S3. But if you ask me in terms of software, that is where the phone shines. And if you look at the features that this phone has, it's good enough to put it on the list of phones that you should look out for in 2013. Michael Josh Villanueva, Rappler, New York.
Every story on Rappler has a mood meter, which gives you 8 emotions to choose from. Click how you feel, and your vote comes down to the mood navigator in the middle of the front page, which crowdsources the mood of the day. It also gives you the top 10 stories that have gotten the most votes on their mood meter. If you take a look today, if you look closely, 9 out of the 10 stories have to do with the new Pope, Pope Francis. And what's interesting is the 10th story actually is this one, Nothing Wrong with Homosexuality, which is by Dr. Margie Holmes, which is really about change. So the two forces are right there in front of us. The old status quo changing for the future with its first Latin American Pope and the first Jesuit, and you've got the force to actually incorporate homosexuality, something that the church has taken strong positions against. Well, let's take a look. If you look today, though, the mood of the day, story that's gotten the most number of votes right here at the center, Pope Francis, known as the champion of the poor, 5% inspired, 85% happy, contributing to the mood of the day. Today, most people are happy. That's Rappler's Newscast for today, Friday, March 15th, 2013. Visit Rappler.com and watch our newscast Monday to Friday. Tell us how you feel on our mood meter and help us crowdsource the mood of the day. I'm Maria Ressa. As we say at Rappler, tomorrow begins today.